Hey, Channel, how you doing? What is happening? Thank you, thank you. See here.
I am unplugged because let's see if you guys can hear me better. If I mess up, it's on. Hi, welcome to the Gin Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, owner of Haley Dot. I'm a Diamond Dot artist. Tonight's highlighted guest is Eve's artist, and tonight's featured guest is Severed Art. Take it away, Gin.
Haley Beth, thank you very much. The sound is great.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful job. Good to see you. Hey, you've got a show on Friday, Haley Beth. Tell us what time your show is on.
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
And look, if you want somewhere to go, just hang out with nice
and
people.
You guys, if
Best
you're
place to
not tapping, you're napping.
Thank you, Haley Beth. Great
you,
job.
Haley.
And awesome to see you got your soundboard working that you got from Chandler
I did, but
and Burgess.
Ashman heard it this morning.
Right on.
What?
Right on. Well, wonderful job, Haley. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy the show tonight.
Yeah.
Ashman.
Yes, sir.
How are you, my guy?
I'm great. How you doing, dude?
Man, I got some good news.
Nice.
I got some bad news.
No.
I got some middle ground news, but I'm going to start with the good news. We get Chad Rev Art back next week. In fact, Chad Rev Art is here at the moment.
Nice.
We are about to get a Chad Rev Art sighting, and he might be about to call me a liar.
What up,
brother?
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing all right. My face still feels like it got kicked by a mule, but I'm good.
Heard that. As long as it's in the face, as long as it was just your face, we don't want to hurt anything else.
No important parts. What's up, everybody? No important
Hey, man.
parts.
How'd you like Haley Beth's intro?
Excellent.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
She's getting better every week. I'm proud of her.
Outstanding.
So, my understanding is that you're going to be returning to the Gin Project show next week. Is that accurate, sir?
That is accurate, my friend.
Yo!
That is accurate.
So this is what it's going to look like right here, folks. We're going to get the original G back next week. Ashman's not going any fucking where. He's going to stay here too. So this is the new Gin Project lineup. You see it right here. Same time, same bat channel.
Hells yes.
I'm stoked, man. I'm happy to get my dude back.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
He got some teeth pulled, and I think he might have gotten in a fight with a cougar. And,
it was brutal.
And potentially got popped with a bra strap. I'm not sure what all happened to him, but
man, they beamed me back, and their altitude was off by about 30 feet. Fell on my face,
splat.
It was great. What up, Ghost Rider?
So tonight we got Eve's Artistry. He's going to come on and give us a little taste, a little bit of a quick lesson and getting started painting. We got Severed Art, our good friend, that's going to be the guest tonight, and we got Chad Rev Art back, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just breezing through tonight, but next week I'm back in the hizzy. So cheesy.
You got anything you need to tell us or announce, or are you going to be doing some lives, is my understanding?
Yeah, every time I get the opportunity, I'm going to be getting back into making more sawdust. And so we'll be back in the old Gin Project saddle as of next week.
Turn on your notifications.
like I'm drunk or something because I got this big old chipmunk cheek over here. So
So, turn on your
Moose.
notifications. Chad Rev Art is making art. He's going to be back on the Gen Project show, and there may be other sightings of him around some places. But if you get a
Yeah.
chance, go by follow him.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
fan, as you can tell. You could get you some Chad Rev Art merch if
That's
you
a
were
nice
so
shirt,
inclined.
dude. That is a nice
yeah,
shirt, dude.
yeah, I like it. It's
Jeff's
got this
wearing a Gen shirt.
creature on it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Chad,
Very cool.
um, I wish we could just like throw a rope around you and drag you over here and tie you to Ash's chair, and then you'd have to stay for a while. But we know you got stuff you got to get done and all that. So you're gonna just kick it with us, man, and you get ready to dip. You do whatever you want to do, brother. Cool.
I'm with it. I'm with
All
it.
right.
Yeah. I'll be
Ashman.
here for just
Yes,
a couple of minutes.
Okay. Ashman, tell us what you got going on, man. We got Genteel Poverty. We got Wednesdays at 4 Mountain Time.
I got Genteel Poverty, which is a podcast that my wife and I host, and that's on all platforms that you can get podcasts. And we release a new one every other Tuesday. So the next one's going to be about weaponized hope, which will be interesting. And
Yeah.
I also have Ashman's Basic Arts Show, which is every Wednesday, 4 o'clock Mountain. And you can see my stuff, the stuff from a madman, on Ashman's Basic Art Store.com. That's what I got. Plus, me, over on another platform every Monday,
Couple of
Wednesday, Friday. And then
Yes.
and that's late. So if you're at an night owl, that's perfect for you. 11 o'clock my time to whenever in the morning. The
Yeah.
next morning.
Till my
And
wife
then-
goes to work.
Yeah, mine
Until you're
too.
done.
Until we're done, right? And then we have on that favorited app, we have the Low Orbit Lounge, of course. So, and hopefully, we're all there on 6 o'clock my time on Thursdays.
Yes. 6 o'clock his time is Mountain Time,
Yes.
which is a couple hours earlier than our time over here on the East Coast.
Exactly. So we're busy.
Yeah, every day we got something going on. We got some wonderful people in the chat. Chipster, Crochet with me, Jeff. Appreciate y'all. Severed's in here. I'm hoping, there's a very good chance that Eve will miss it again. That's
Is she even home or is she out running errands? Can you guys see?
I'm not able to tell, man. I'm not sure.
I don't think she's even in there right now.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so at all.
Eve, are you there?
Yeah,
Is there Eve?
we got something for you, Eve. Hey, MC.
Well, Jason.
How you doing? So, hey, what did you have there, Ashman? Eve. Pay attention. That's awesome. It's freaking Eve out.
Meow, 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 meow.
If someone would please send up our dear friend Eve. She is gonna tell us a little bit about what her and MC and Coach and Laura and everybody got going on. And then she's going to give us a quick little lesson on some painting, and she's probably going to give me the business too. We got Kira Wilson. Good to see you, Kira. The beard brigade. So, Eve, you find yourself among some amazing dudes. You got Ashman, you got Chad Rev Art, and then as Chad would say, then you got Gen.
And again.
It's too much handsomeness to handle. I can't take it. It's just too much. Too much.
May I compliment you?
On what? What'd I do?
Well, for being amazing, for being wonderful, for being here on time, and all of those things.
That's major stuff. May I compliment Haley on the introduction tonight?
Absolutely.
Isn't she getting better? Yes.
She nailed it, like perfect. Sounded
she
great.
did.
Got everything all straightened out. Made sure I was gonna be here. And I get my house back. Chad's coming back. I get my house back. I get to move.
Yes.
Your vacation home?
Yes, my little vacation home, my home away from home. So I get to be back into my furry digs. I'm excited.
We're excited too. To have you both back. Y'all been too far away.
Severed tonight. You know how freaking excited I am for my girl to be up here telling us business.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes, she is.
She's bona fide. She's bona fide badass. She's just bona fide.
She is. She's definitely bona fide. Classing up the joint, Jen, bringing Severed up here. I'm telling you, you're classing the joint up.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while.
Gotta do something.
Gotta do something, right? It just bringing Severed was a good move.
Mr. Rev Art, before we turn Eve's artistry loose on everyone, do you have anything that you would like to say to Eve or anything? Or
oh, Eve, it's good to see you, dear. And listen, you guys enjoy yourselves because next week the sheriff's back in town.
The sheriff's back in town.
Daddy's home.
Oh man,
Chad.
Daddy's home.
Dad, I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Chad is the most ACAB cop ever. That's pretty wild. Ashman.
This guy tells truth time.
Ashman, do you have anything for Eve? Now, normally we're not going to do this. Normally we'd bring Eve up and set her loose for 10 minutes and then run her out of here. But you got anything for Eve today?
I'm so sorry. There's no vacancy in my beard. It's not long enough. You just stay out in the cold when you're here.
Yeah.
I started growing mine out. Trying to make room, Eve. I can shave now.
Jen, you got to hit puberty first before you could do that. So.
I know it. I'm telling you. I keep waiting. Y'all,
You want me to borrow some of mine, y'all? I mean, I've got some extra spare.
Just tape it on.
Wafty's in the house.
And SA Artistries.
Oh, yeah.
SA Artistries is in the house. And the Wafty Llama.
What?
It's like Christmas.
Wow. That's
That is
awesome.
like
Good to see
Christmas. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Dizzy.
SA
Crazy.
Artistries in the house.
My chin
There's
pretend part of the club.
In the air.
I know.
All right, Ash. Fair warning. And Chad, fair warning, because we gotta make sure to get Severed on at a reasonable time here. So
all right,
we're gonna unleash the Eve on everybody, y'all.
Oh jeez. Cheese and crackers.
all
right.
Ready, set. Eve's Artistry, ladies and gentlemen. She does all kinds of stuff
here.
on. Later, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Appreciate
Big love,
you, dude.
buddy. Buddy.
She does a multitude of shows with people like MCTC Forever that's in the chat for Coach Abel, right? Coach Abel. And
it's Abel-y, but I call him Coach
Abel-y?
Yeah.
Well, I want to call him what Eve calls him. You call him Coach Abel, right?
No, I call him Coachable.
Coachable. Okay, coachable. Coachable. All right. That's even better. And she's got over 500 YouTube videos of instructional material. I have done a painting with her. It was a lot of fun. I don't know how she put up with me for 6 hours. She's going to be doing these reoccurring spots, teaching a little bit about how to paint. And she also happens to be a dear friend of mine. So thank you for being here, Eve. And ready, set, go.
Hurry up already.
Hey, I was just waiting for the the intro, I guess.
Okay.
So Eve decided to put objects in her hand here. So I'm going to tell you about palette knives, the different ones, and what they actually do. So the first one I'm going to start with is the one I like the least. It's this one. So you guys can all catch the shape of that. I really do not use this very often. As you can tell, it's very clean. The only use I found for this is some straight lines and doing scratchy, twiggy things. So this is the one that you should be concerned with the least. And do not confuse it with the one you should be. I don't know what you got there, Jen. I can't see for sight. There you go. Oh, you got the one I'm going to show next. Well, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. I don't know what that
These are
is.
guitar tools.
What are you baking a cake with that spatula? What's going on there? And now we're going to go to Jen's cooking show where he's going to use all his spatulas. No, see, I don't think that's one of your favorite knives, Jay, because this is actually the favorite. There's a difference. There's a difference. This one has the small edge on the side here. It's also a lot more flexible compared to this one. So a lot of people get this one mistakenly because they should have gotten this one. So don't confuse that, guys, when you're out. This is if you haven't gotten palette knives for yourself yet, this is the first one you should get. This is the mega use one. This is what everybody uses. As you can tell, I got paint all over it because I use it all the time. So this is the one. Yep, Jen's got. No, wait. Yep, that's it, Jen. Jen's got it. Yeah, use this one as well. Okay. That's cool. If you use this one, great. Like I said, I only found a few uses for it. So. And then the next two, this one I really like. This one looks like a mason trowel. I like this one. And this one's really good. You use the other one for mixing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I haven't found anything like decent to do with it yet. So this one is really cool because this one does great straight lines. It gets into small little areas. It's really good to be able to make little dashes and dabs and dots and all of those good things. So if once you get that other one I showed you, either this one is a good one to get yourself, or I really like this one. This one is for, this one does like flower petals really good. This one's also really good for if you want to spread it. See, I use this one too. If you want to spread paint nice and thin and get it like a nice layer of paint. So you don't have this one, Kira? Yeah, this one's really good. This one you can find a lot of uses for because of the shape of it. Like you could pop in a flower in 2 seconds flat because it's, the way it's shaped. So those are the 4 I wanted to show you guys. And like I said, they're all for different things. But I would definitely go number 1, and then one of these 2, and I put this guy last. Now, some of the people in the chat really like this one, so it is turns around to personal preference, which one you'd like to use, which one you don't like to use. But definitely the first and foremost would be this one. And once you get a hang of them, you can paint things like this.
Wow.
That's cool. All palette knife. So I used every knife but that one that I don't like.
That's about it. Hold that back up, please, Eve. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So that is... Yes, McD, that one is the most versatile. You're absolutely right. Because I use that one that I like. I have it for my oil painting as well. So this is the guy right here. If you haven't gotten into getting yourself a knife and you want to make that small investment for yourself, you can get this one. You can also get them made out of plastic if you don't want to spend very much and turn around and just want to check out different shapes and sizes. You can get them out of plastic first, get yourself like a little packet of them, check out which ones you really like to use, which shapes you like to use, and then go for the metal ones after that. It all depends on what kind of art you're doing too. Like Jay said he liked that other one. I hardly ever use it, but Jay finds uses for it. So it is personal preference. But everybody seems to be agreed on this one. So this one's definitely the most versatile. And then I like the flower petal one and the mason trowel. But yeah, this is all texture. This is all palette knife.
So Eve,
Yeah.
for the simpleton in the crowd, what is the reason, the rationale for using a palette knife rather than a brush? And hello everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining.
There's the big difference between using a brush and a palette knife. A palette knife's going to give you textures, which a brush won't.
Like you leave it thicker, you mean? It'll allow you to leave it thicker? Okay.
Yes,
I
I don't know if you could tell, but this
Yes, I can. I can see now what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it'll definitely give you the textures you want. It breaks the paint, so everybody that when you're painting the mountains and they put the snow on mountains, like when you slide the knife, it'll actually break apart the paint in a certain way that a brush won't, because a brush just glides. You can smush with a brush, you can glide with a brush, but with a knife you get breaks, you get texture, you get to
There's
do
smushing?
smushing. You could use a brush.
If you're painting, you get to smush. Oh, I like this.
We smushed. You smushed with Elliot, didn't we? Smush? I don't know.
We were
I don't
smushing.
remember.
We were definitely
We were
smushing.
Technical terms only, Jen. Come on now. You tried a palette knife recently for the first time, and it was interesting and fun. Excellent, Can-Do. That's
I don't
awesome.
can do.
Yeah.
Can-do.
And Jeff did his lesson with me too, by the way. He did amazing. He did an amazing, amazing job. A brush is more passive aggressive, says Kira.
Is there gonna be a place where we might be able to see the re-airing of that, like say over on the tubes or something, of Jeff's painting
Not
of y'all's
anytime
live?
soon. I have a
Okay.
recording of it, but not anytime soon. I'm not I
Gotcha.
haven't gotten myself around to organizing the lessons or anything. That's why you need to come the night of the lessons, because
Gotcha.
I'm giving one-on-one instruction, and you could sit like McD painted the same painting at home, watching
Right.
him and Jeff paint.
When is the next one? Do you have one scheduled?
I don't have one scheduled as far as the one-on-one lesson. I know that Joydy from Australia is going to be coming up, and Stitch Woman wants to do this one. She just has to,
Bitch.
she just has to tell me a date. She wants to paint this one. So that's going to be
Awesome.
getting taught sometime real soon. But I do I do the other platform. That's this Friday. I'll be showing how to paint in acrylic, and that's going to be this painting. So if you want to head over there, it's all in my link tree. You like that, Jen? It's in my link tree,
She's got a link tree, y'all.
right? It's all in the link tree. So this is going to be this week, this Friday. I'm showing how to paint this one. So it's all beginner friendly. The supplies are minimal. Jen's got all the supplies, one stop, and the paint's always the same. So it's very easy to get started and to learn different things. I don't go into, that's why I did the palette knives, because I don't go into that as part of the supplies needed to paint with me, because that's kind of like, a lot of you guys are already arting. That's another technical term, arting. So I figured, if I went over what a 1-inch brush does, everybody in here would be like, yeah, we already know that one. So I figured I'd do the palette knives.
You're awesome, Eve. I love it. I love it. we will be seeing Eve like once a month. She's going to be coming up doing some little lessons. Please, Eve, before you go, tell us the rundown like you do a Monday, and you do give us that rundown real quick
Right.
with
So
MC and everybody.
Mondays are super fun. In fact, I have the painting I just did right here. I could show you.
Yeah.
Mondays are we do Triple Treat Musical Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm having a blast. The three of us are oil painters. I'm doing oils because I have Coach and McD, which is Coach Abley and MCTC, but I don't remember people's names. And then I give you new ones, so don't worry about it. Anyway, it's Coach and McD, and we do paintings all based on a song's lyrics, and the chat picks the song.
It's fun. If you can
Yes.
go. And what time is that?
That's 8 p.m. Eastern. Like yesterday is Monday, right? Yesterday, it was Metallica One, the song Metallica One, and that was about military stuff, to say it lightly. So
Yeah.
I painted this.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Right on, Eve.
Yeah, so this is oils. So I'm still practicing and learning, but we have a great time on Monday, the three of us, and we all, we definitely show you what not to do a lot of times, which is also very important.
They,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Moose.
they can also
So-
catch you on Saturday, right, Eve?
The first Saturday of every month, which is this Saturday coming up, we do Quad Squad, and it's 4 painters. We do different mediums. Usually someone's illustrating, acrylic, we got oil painting in there, and that's based on a theme. So this Saturday is going to be Interview with a Vampire.
Nice.
Is the
Nice.
theme.
Y'all-
And we've done
y'all
all
do-
sorts of themes. And the chat picks the theme too. So like you guys are very much incorporated into what we're doing. You're basically telling us what to do. Because they vote on what they want to see us do. So that's
That
at
is awesome.
8 p.m. Eastern. So we have Mondays is 8 p.m. Eastern for Triple Treat, music based. I play the artist all night long, and we play the songs, and it's a lot of fun. And our pictures are based on the lyrics. Tuesdays I do McDouble with MCTC. We're basically just chilling, hanging out. I'm either doubling down, finishing paintings up. He's working on new ideas he's wanted to try. A nice, very chill vibe. That's what McD and myself, who you interviewed last week, I might add, and that
It's over on the
interview's
YouTube.
on YouTube, I might add.
Yes. Yes.
So go check out McD because he's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
And you're interviewing Coach next week.
I am from Vegas. I'll be in
Awesome.
Vegas.
I'm so excited.
Me
So
too.
we have all that. So Mondays 8 p.m., Tuesdays 7 p.m. First Saturday of every month is 8 p.m. And then over on the other platform is every other Friday at 7 p.m. So this Friday I'll be over there. Check out my link tree. And this Saturday we're doing Quad Squad, which will be right on my channel. Hi, Carrots.
Right on. Y'all, Eve's Artistry. Thank you so much, Eve. Great job. Appreciate it. Fantastic job, Eve.
Now
Y'all,
get them
mods, somebody throw Eve's ass out of here. And we're going to start getting ready to bring Severed Art up. Thank you, Eve. That's amazing. I love it. Absolutely incredible. Good job. Good job. So, Ashman, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our guest tonight, if you don't mind. And I think you probably might have an observation or two about our guest tonight as well. If we could, let's go ahead and send Severed up, and we're going to make sure her box populates and everything's working. And then eventually, like we always do, we'll switch her over. But so Severed is someone that I came across pretty early on in my TikTok journey. And she, like, her artwork just blows me away. It's just like her stuff is, for whatever reason, It's kind of like essay artistry. It's my jam for whatever. I can't even articulate necessarily why. I just dig it. But there was a while back when she was, let's say Chad and I, and you know, we were tired. We were in the process. We were trying to decide whether or not to keep doing the show, the Gin Project show, and the Chad Rev Art shows and all that. And Severed reached out to me and purchased charcuterie boards, and because she wanted to put her art on them. And it's those little things along your journey that have a big impact. And it was one of those things for me because I liked her so much. I thought so much of her art. I thought it was really kind of amazing that she can do what she can do with a variety of mediums. So at any rate, it's really cool to have her on because she's quiet. She wasn't doing lives much. I've been able to do some lives on Saturdays with her, and that's been a lot of fun. And she is one of those artists that her art is layers and layers deep, worth of meaning and texture and depth and all of that kind of thing. And then when you get to know her as a person, she has been through one hell of a journey in her life. There's none of us have been through anything worse than she has. And to be the person that she is with the heart that she has and the way that she treats people and the way she does her thing is just impressive. So I am so stoked to get the opportunity to have Severed coming on. And I'm honored to get to call her I think a friend. And Ash, I'm sure you have an observation or two while she's populating the.
Oh, Severed knows I love her work, and if you haven't taken a tour through her profile yet, you really should. There's amazing stuff on there. I did today just to catch up on some, just in case I missed any, and I love your work. You're fantastic, and like I said, you already know I think your stuff's amazing. So,
thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Severed. It's so good to see you. You look fantastic. I've been ready for this day for a long time, and I think folks are gonna respond really well.
Awesome. Yeah, the universe really kicked in for us.
It did. We did manage to get the person that was, we had to do some rescheduling and it worked out perfect. It actually worked out perfect. So Severed, you know, I've been really fortunate. Like I was saying, I've gotten to know you a little bit, through phone conversations, and we've done some lives and you know, exchanged some thoughts and ideas and stuff. And, I'm so impressed with your process, with the way you approach things, and how you protect the art, you protect the truth, the actual true nature of what you're trying to do. It's amazing, and I think that's why your art comes across so well. Is that in my view? I'm not an art critic, I'm not an expert, but your art reaches beyond just the mundane that might be seen in any particular image. It has layers and layers of meaning, and a lot of it is almost all of it is drawn from your life's experiences, which also I think is what makes it so beautiful, because you have managed to take and turn some pretty horrific things into some amazing things. So that would be my kind of introduction to Severed art and my perspective on who you are and as an artist, and kind of the little bit that I've been fortunate enough to get to know you. Did I get anything inaccurate there?
No, I'm blushing. Like, yeah, I'm blushing. Thank you. No, everything was perfect. No, everything was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, Bill. Yes, she is. She truly is. She is truly amazing. And there's some awesome artists in the chat here with us today. So
Oh,
I, I I would like to give you the opportunity, Sever, to just to give you a shout out, say hi to anybody in the chat or that you happen to see that's in here to support you. And then we're going to start out about how your past is why you do a lot of the pieces that you do and how it powers your art. I figured that'd be a good jumping off point. What do you think?
okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. So first off, my oldest son is in here tonight. Um, love you. And my husband's in here, and good friend Manny's in here, and all the amazing artists that are taking the time to show up, all the
Awesome.
amazing people that are taking the time to show up. I love you. Hi, Yam. Yeah, even I have this Yam thing because I typo a lot, and she caught one of them. And so now it's Forever Yam. We're Forever Yam. So, I mean, we come up with some really creative stuff. We got Jeff in here, Crimson Rose. I mean, just you two alone, I mean, I'm, yeah, it's just amazing group
Yeah.
of people. I mean, Jay in here and Bill Wheeler in here. It just, um, boy, I'm a little overwhelmed from happiness. I kind of get little kid excitement sometimes. Just like,
That's good.
yeah,
I'm so
it's
excited
good.
to
Yeah,
hear
I
your
have
family's with you. That's
no
awesome.
social none.
Right?
But
Right?
I'm really excited about tonight, and I really can't tell you how much this means to me to be in here and have all of you in here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. So,
Well, you are 100%. There is nobody more deserving to be sitting in the seat you're sitting in ever. So, uh, Severed, art's a strange thing. I just, we've had this conversation that I have only in the past few years kind of started seeing myself in that light, and it's kind of like you gotta kind of learn to wear it, so to speak. I did anyway. You, on the other hand, are like the embodiment of what art is. So I think it springs from an even deeper well. And you made a statement when we talked in the interview portion, like I mentioned earlier, that your past is why you do a lot of the pieces that you do. It powers your art. Maybe let's start out there. Growing up, being a creative child, having pretend worlds, that kind of thing. Maybe if it's okay with you, we kind of start out right there.
okay, yeah, yeah. Um, like Gin said, always did art. I was always in my world. Back then, I was into, the unicorns and, the happy stuff, but I started at a really young age, like drawing kind of darker things. And I was told I had to stop. My family was very was very much in a belief system, and so that part of my art side got squashed. I had to hide it, and so going from that, I would go in my room and I would secretly like draw draw little dragons or like draw little skulls,
Right on.
like all these like tiny little things. And but I felt wrong about doing it because parents, child, and so I stopped. And I went back to my unicorns and stuff and my butterflies and stuff. Never could do flowers at that age though. I love to look at them, but I hated to draw them. And it kind of went from there. Parents and we moved around quite a bit, and then we landed in a place. I don't know how to describe this place because it is strange. You have to kind of experience, but I really hope you don't. Type it down. Like, you don't want that. You have to wash it off. It's kind of like the Stepford Wives, but on like steroids, and everybody's like that. It's crazy. So we moved there when I was 13, and a good majority of the belief system there was not the same as ours. So 13 is a very impressionable, very vulnerable age. And yeah, I almost got the shit kicked out of me like the first day just because I was not of the same belief system. My hair was too close to being the same as somebody else's, so they were going to beat me up over it. So I jumped in there, and I'm like, kicked out instantly. I was misfit, like number one, start off the bat. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And yeah, I still did my art, kind of still privately. I did some poetry and stuff like that, but I never could quite get it out. I did the whole like try to be a cheerleader, and yeah, that didn't work because it didn't work. Volleyball teams, in anything that I could try to get on, because I was different. And maybe I could have just sucked. I don't know. I thought I'd give it a good shot, but I was never picked for anything, which is fine. It's fine. I had teachers who absolutely hated me. I was a 4.0 student, and they absolutely hated me, and would give me so many. They would make kind of like sly remarks to me and stuff like that, just because my family was a different belief system. So then I got angry. I kind of just had enough, and then wow, then a whole other side of me kind of started like surfacing out, and I just, that's when I think that's when it all started again. So it's when I finally flipped the switch. But I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, you're gonna hate me anyways, so might as well, like, let's do this. Like, if we're gonna do this, let's do this.
Put it on like a jacket.
Yeah, it was just like, okay.
Wear
it. So, we dye the hair black, we put on the baby powder, we like goth it up before goth was cool. I know. Freaking rocked it. Not really, but I did. And I went out there, and they already thought I was something that, they never gave me a chance. And, it became, it became a moment of having a lot of anger, because I started seeing through a lot of masks. I started seeing people who were just pretending, and everybody was on, and I know this happens everywhere, but everybody was on here.
They were pretending to be good people while at the same time treating you that way. That's the duality, yes, that you were dealing with, if I'm understanding
that
correctly.
Was the duality.
And this was like you said, a belief system that's supposed to be loving and compassionate and caring, and that's not what you received.
And that's okay, though. It's totally okay. I didn't have, I had a freedom after that. because nothing was expected of me anymore. No, I didn't have to fit a mold anymore. I didn't have to try to fit in a mold anymore. It was like this release of freedom to an extent, because I was still a teenager and, not necessarily that emotionally intelligent at the time or have
Teenager
any emotional intelligence at the time.
brain.
But, but I did. I dressed up all goth and pierced my nose and nobody in there like had their nose pierced or anything like that. So I just went home one day and just did it myself, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to school like this. But I was perceived as crazy, which was whatever. But I would also see these good people hurt not weaker people, but more gentle people, more people who couldn't stand up to themselves. And I was like the bully patrol. I mean, people didn't know what to do, So I mean, it just, and I got into a couple situations where it hurt, but I stood my ground, and I hope that person, they didn't continue to get teased, they didn't continue to get hurt, at least by this group of people or that person, or so I tried to stand up for those, be my old psycho self. but yeah, and then the art started coming a lot more because my parents already expected that I had gone to the dark side. So I'm like, well, might as well. I can go back to drawing what I wanted to, I mean, what are you going to do now?
The dark side. Oh,
the dark side. I'm like, what are you going to do? And but, it was kind of the wrong way to look at things, but I didn't know how else to approach it at that time. A lot of anger towards a lot of people. And a lot of energy that I couldn't. I was always a very empathetic child. I could feel my mom and my dad. Like, I could feel their emotions even before they even started speaking. Oh my God, my dad hunted. And he would bring home a deer and he would have it in his garage. And I'd go out and I'd sit with that damn deer. I would sit with that damn deer and pet it and tell it how sorry I was, but we needed to eat. And I would cry all night.
Oh man.
With it. So it was, it was just always since a child, I felt like a lot. But if you don't know where your boundaries are and you don't know how to set up your boundaries, you end up absorbing a lot. And sometimes you don't really understand what you're absorbing. So I started absorbing a lot of negative energy. A lot. So, and that led me to another place. Because I got to a point where it was hard for me to handle. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I couldn't make it stop. It was just rage upon rage upon rage. And I didn't know how to externalize it. So all I did was internalize it. Started drinking when I was like 15. Got into a bad crowd. I don't know. They weren't that bad. We got in a lot of trouble. Well, I got in a lot of trouble because I was the ringleader. Yeah. Been to jail a couple times because it was me coming up with ideas. I'm like, cool. I'm like, right on. I'm like, it was your idea, but I'll take the blame. Why not?
Happens. It happens.
So, and that showed me a lot about people too. I was like, okay, so my trust was like, it was hard to trust people at that time. And then so I was alone a lot. And like I said, I was absorbing a lot of energy and I couldn't handle it. I didn't know what to do. So I took some actions that weren't necessarily good for my health, and I got sent away to you all gonna think I'm crazy if I say it. Well, I am, but I mean it's certifiably, like, actually, but I got sent to a place to get fixed. And yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, you know. And my parents didn't know what to do with me, really, so they sent me to a place to get fixed. And the place was controlled, but you put a bunch of emotionally damaged children into a place together, and the absolute evil that can reside there because it's controlled, which nobody will know about because you're in a controlled environment. You say anything to anybody to the outside, and they either up your medications or they tell them that you're a pathological liar. So it was I feel for the children that I was in there with. Yeah. So anyways, got out of there and went back to school, and I got a wide berth. And
But you mentioned trust issues. There's several examples in there of a young person whose trust was betrayed, and the fact that you are such a trustworthy friend is incredible. I got to throw that in real quick. It's amazing that. It's hard. That must be really, really difficult.
I think empathy is really hard to destroy because it's just embedded in us, and we just have it, and almost nothing can get rid of it.
No, because that ability to feel somebody else, you don't ever. Me personally, never want anybody to feel the way that I have felt. Ever. So but I gotta be careful because that has gotten me into some big trouble, because I will try to help people and try to not necessarily fix them, but try to share energies, because I can feel the hurting, and I don't ever want them to hurt the way I've hurt. So it's been taken advantage of before, it's true, but, keep doing it, because, what's the other choice? You can shut it off, but what good does that do you or the world around you, So.
Well, it's like your art. I mean, you literally, in my view, turn darkness into light. I mean, it's what you do. It's what you're good at. You know what I mean? Like what is Severed Art good at? Oh, well, she makes dark light. That's what she does. And it isn't just metaphorical. It's in practice. It's in, and yes, I could see that you by nature take a lot of it on yourself and carry it, and it weighs on you, and it comes out in the scenes behind you. That goes back to what we were talking about earlier, Ash, is the pureness of the art, the fact that Sever's art comes from just such a different place. It isn't. Even somebody with a similar skill set, I don't think, could do what Sever does. Not even close, right?
Oh, oh. Well, thank you. Thank you. I communicate through it. Art has been a way for me to speak to the world. I was I After all the school stuff, I got really angry, and after the other thing, I got really, really angry at my parents. Like, we were done. Like, I didn't want to be in their household. Like, how could they like put me in a place where I I received so much damage just from that, in a place that was supposed to help me. And I ran away. I left, got a job,
You lived in
and
an old hotel. Is that when you lived in the old hotel?
that is when I lived in the old hotel. Yes, the haunted old hotel. Yes.
I remember you talking
It
about
scares the shit out of me. I can't go back.
that.
Like, my knees start shaking. Like, I seriously, like, I try to go up the stairs and my knees start shaking. Um, but yeah, I lived in the old hotel, and I met an individual, and I have a name for him, but I ain't gonna say it on here. But we're just gonna say the individual, and he's very different from everybody else around in that town. And like I said, I got a job, and it was my senior year, and it was my first day of my senior year. And I go, and the vice principal was talking, about, like, tardies and absences. And so I'm like, oh, hey, I'm like, listen, I'm working. There might be times that I'm going to be tardy, or might be absent, but, I was a 4.0 student. I was an honor student. I put in the work. And he's like, well, your parents are going to have to sign a note. And I'm like, well, I don't live with my parents, and he's like, we're going to mark you absent every time. And he's like, you are going to fail school. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, so I got up, and yeah, it became apocalyptic. I mean, and called him all kinds of fun names in front of other people, but I wasn't wrong. I
But
think
I
I was
wasn't
wrong. I don't know.
wrong.
I didn't feel wrong at the time. I was just like, I'm like, cool. I'm like, I want to. And so, like, 2 weeks later, I started getting my GED. So, but, oh, another thing with the principal, I organized a walkout for the school because he was getting other kids to report the other kids who were using substances. So
I
he
like
put that
you.
kind of power.
I like you more and more and more.
Yes, man. I'm telling you, dude.
already up here, and then it just keeps going.
No,
up. Love it.
because that's a hard place to fall from. But
Severn is a great ally. Let's just put it that
Oh,
way.
yeah.
She's somebody you want on the team.
but I mean, it made me so mad because he was like, rat on your friends, like, or hey, we've got a problem with Susie over there. Like, let's say that she's using and let's turn her in. So man, this poor girl, she got kicked out of her home. She didn't do it. I knew who was doing it. I was very well aware of who was doing it and who was not doing it. And so I organized a walkout, and I stood up, and the news team came and stuff like that. And yeah, he became. I told him he was I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I'm like, you're a Nazi. I'm like, you just put the power of teens who barely have any control over their jealousy and over their anger or over and I'm like, look what you are punishing innocent people, and I got suspended. I didn't care. It didn't hurt. But it just I hated seeing that kind of stuff going on. And I mean, yeah, I got consequences for it, but they were well worth it every time. Doesn't matter. But yeah. So, old hotel. Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. It's okay. It happens.
Well, after you were staying at the hotel, you had it was about what, 7ish years or something like that.
Yeah.
That is a block of your life that you had some stuff that you dealt with, and then we can either skip that part if you want, or you can make mention of it. Whatever you're comfortable doing.
We're not going to talk too much about it, just because it's going to trigger. It might trigger a lot of people. One of the things I will say is I was told I was too stupid to speak, and I was shown that I was too dumb to speak, and I was shown that I was worthless, and I believed it. I was brainwashed into it. I was told it enough. Had a lot of physical things happen to me. Had a lot of mental things happen to me. For 7 years, I was brutalized, but the ability, when I stopped speaking, I started watching and listening and feeling. So you know what that did with that empathy? Like, I would just sit and watch people all the time. And I'd also watch him all the time. And after I got out of that and life changed, I have what's kind of called hyper empathy syndrome. It's a protection response. But it's a gift. I mean, I can be around people and I can feel them without them having to say anything, you know. I just have to make sure I know what their feelings are and what my feelings are, because sometimes I don't know what feelings are mine and what feelings are theirs. So I have to be careful. But it gave me a gift. So say if you want a piece of art done and say it was your dog's, like, I want to hear about your dog, because I'm going to feel your pain. And I'm going to know how much you love that dog. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to do the absolute best I can with that painting. You know, I mean, it gave me a gift. So that's where that darkness comes from. I've accepted a lot of the stuff that's happened to me from that. And I've taken it and I use it as fuel. Yeah. And the whole learning how to speak thing.
it you know, but here, that's the thing. So what, 8 years now? The last 8 years or so? Is that what
For
I have written
painting?
down? Yeah, you couldn't paint. You started drawing, and you said you couldn't paint, but I'm skeptical.
I couldn't. Oh my God. I couldn't. Like, I did not understand color. Like, I would look at things. I could do grayscale. I could do black and white, you know, and man, I could not understand color. Like, it just wasn't happening in my brain, and I didn't understand painting either. Like, and then I was working for the post office, and I got hurt. Well, I had a previous injury because of him, and I aggravated it at the post office, and my back basically like just kind of snapped, and so I couldn't work anymore. And so I was sitting home there, and I was just like playing around with stuff, and I'm just like, get my paintbrushes out, and I get a canvas, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I don't care, let's just give it a shot. And holy shit, I got it. Like, I got it that night. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, that's all it was? I'm like, that's all it was. I'm like, I didn't understand. You
And you
know?
started
And
with acrylics, right? You started out
Mhm.
with acrylics. And now you like multimedia. You use all kinds of stuff. Like you throw everything. Who knows? There might be wrenches involved. I'm not sure. Whatever.
Not yet, maybe. I'm gonna get together with my youngest son, who's a welder. So watch out, you guys! Holy
That's
crap!
gonna be amazing. That's
Can't
gonna
wait
be
to
way
see that.
cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be cool. You and I hit on this a little bit when we did the interview portion. I was fortunate enough back in the day. I got to work. I would work shutdowns at paper mills, and I got to work with some like high pressure steam welders, and some of those guys, and some pipe fitters who would do calculations. I'm talking about to the millimeter, all through all kinds of stuff up in those. They are artists. They're not just craftsmen. I mean, they are the most bona fide craftsmen there are, but they're also artists. Those guys were so damn good. It was amazing.
Yeah, my dad
Yeah.
was a welder for 30 years. So yeah,
Oh, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, we got working folks. That's our
Yep.
folks right there. Come on now.
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, you deal with a neck injury, back injury, TBI. So the post op. You put it lightly. You're saying you got hurt, so you weren't able to work anymore. Like you were injured. You weren't hurt like a player gets a stub toe and don't go in the game or something. Like you were injured.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, right. But I have a quote here that I wrote down when we talked, and it's, "I paint from the soul and for the soul." And if there was ever a sentence that was true about an artist, that has to be the one. You do, in fact, you have to paint from the soul. That's the only way that it could work. Like, that's the only way I can wrap my head around what you do. As if there's some other extra entity from inside you that's involved. But I paint from the soul for the soul. Talk about just a little bit about your thought process there.
All right. Well, actually, I can show you a little bit.
I
Because I'm
bet.
going to show you. Let's see. I'm going to try to make it. I try to make it so I don't have to move around a lot. But I'm going to show you a pivotal moment in my life, pivotal moment in my art. Is that too much glare?
Oh wow.
But her, she is up there on the wall.
Right on.
She was my goddess. Now, she is definitely from the soul. She embodied what I want to project to be. Something, powerful, and because the funny thing is with her, she started out as a face hiding in the clouds, like, and I kept staring at her, and I'm like, "You're wrong. Like, you're wrong. Like, you don't feel right." And so I started messing around with her, and then she just came to be, and yeah, and then from that, I don't know if you can see, but I got my water goddess there. Now all my goddesses, those are from the soul. Like, that's me. That's me shouting out to everybody that's what I want to be. Like, that's what my spirit wants to be. And because there were so many times in my life that 2 seconds. There were
Yeah.
so many times that it was just, man, I was told I was nothing. You know, I was told that I was stupid and too stupid, and I was, you know, I was almost sold once. You know, I mean, I was nothing, and but I was something though, because I held on to it. I held on to it, and I'm right here today. And so from the soul, that's my goddesses. And you know, for the soul, we got this guy. That's for the soul.
Hold it up a little bit higher, and it'll be from. Yeah, the chat was in front of it. Oh man,
I love that. Yeah.
You know,
Ash, I'm sure, Ash, you gotta love that one, right?
I do.
Come on, man.
I do.
but you know, and I have lots of pieces. You know, I could sit here all night and show you guys stuff, but you know, I'm just gonna show you.
This is really, from my perspective, y'all. This is the world getting an opportunity to see Severed's thoughts and her thoughts on her art, which is just phenomenal. I mean, I don't know. It's like getting to look behind the curtain and talk to the wizard for just a few minutes. But it really is. I mean, I know another thing that you said to me is you wanted people to understand that light shines the brightest when it's the darkest.
Mm-hmm.
And that totally sums up you, your art, your approach. Hey, Enigma. Anyway, being able to kind of hear the thought process of a master at their craft is pretty cool.
What? Yeah. I hope you're not calling me a master, because man, sometimes I don't even know how the hell it happens. It's just like, oh man, I'm do it again. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
That's why. That's the point.
It's like, no,
Yes, Victoria.
that was a total accident.
Yeah,
That ain't never gonna happen again. But you know, one of the things, this is kind of one of my earlier, and it kind of goes with, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna back up a little bit. But,
yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
But you know,
A little higher. That way there you go. That way the chat's not in front of it. Oh, that's beautiful. Hey, thank you for stopping in, Ezra. Appreciate you, man. Always good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for being in the chat and hanging out with us tonight. We're talking to Severed Art, an absolutely phenomenal artist. Thank you, Johnny Ray and Enigma and Betty Jean and Jay and Bill and Victoria. And I know I missed a bunch of people, but thank y'all for being in here and supporting Severed, a truly incredible artist.
yeah, I appreciate you all.
So these pieces, the piece that you just showed us, does an image pop in your head, or do they kind of morph into what they are? Like for example, our buddy Chad, he's got a broad idea what he starts on, but what he finishes with often isn't the same exact thing he started with. Is your process, do you finish with what was in your head from the beginning, or is it more of a kind of an evolution of thought?
It's always a feeling. It's usually always a feeling. And I take that feeling and then I'll start getting visuals in my head of like, okay, what would that feeling look like?
Oh, wow.
So I go from what would that feeling look like to how do I make it on canvas? Like, do I want to, you know, let me see here. Let me see if I can find something where I can kind of walk you through. We'll do this one. So This one here.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
damn man. Oh. Woo.
So my feeling with this one here was, man, I was just, again, I was kind of getting like overwhelmed with negative energies, right? And I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I'm just like, how can I communicate in a way to show that you've got two choices. You have two. Like, this is chaos. This is chaos. Now, chaos can be different for everybody, right? Chaos can be anything, right? So your choice is either to drown in it or to rise and grow from it. Two choices. And that's where this one came from. Is that feeling of accepting, and I kind of mentioned this to you, but accepting your shadow, accepting your dark, understanding that is a part of you. It's never going to go away. Ever.
Accepting the
So,
dark in you. You got to move forward. You gotta accept it is what it is, right? And figure it out from there.
what it is, it is not going to change. It made you the
Mm-hmm.
person that you are today. Now, if you're a person that is still stuck in it, if you're a person that still goes back to it, or tries to ignore it, or tries to suppress it, or tries to, or projects it, or anything like that, like if you don't stop and say, call it out. I do it all the time. Like I yell at it like all the freaking time. I mean, I call it out and just be like, all right, well, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me? Like, what,
Right, Joe?
yeah, I know, crazy. I talk to myself. My poor husband.
Hey, I
To
talk
myself.
to myself all the time. Ash will
You
tell
all
you.
the
Ash
time,
is
yeah.
there with me, and I'm still talking to myself.
But,
You know.
it's once you accept what has happened, life was meant to break. It was. That's, any, I don't know how you get more truer than that. It's just what you do with that, and how you use it to fuel. Now, I've done some pretty, I've done, and I usually try to do empowering pieces. I really do, because that's what I want to project. That's what I want. Confirmation bias. The more things you say, the more things you think, that's what your brain starts believing. So, I really try to focus on empowerment, but I have days where it's this, you know, I still feel like that vulnerable teen, having to put her blades up her back, but not these don't happen very often, but they need to come out. So
That is cool. Oh
thank
man.
you.
I know Ash is digging that one too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But
So it
yeah,
starts, so you basically you get a feeling, and then from that feeling you get an image or images, and it builds from there until we end up with what we perceive as, holy crap, that's badass art. On
that's
our in our end. I've it's been really cool. I got to do a couple lives with you where you were doing some wood burning, and to watch the idea come out of your head and flow through you as the vessel onto a medium. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Uh,
Awesome.
wood burning. Even.
yeah. Oh, wind birdie.
Hey, wandering. But you are a true multimedia artist. Like you're not just, you don't just draw, or you don't just paint, or you wood burn. And in fact, I've I've had conversations where I've been involved in conversations where I've heard you say, "Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe I could," and I can see your brain spinning off on you're going to try something else too. Like there's something new coming. You never know.
Always.
You never know
Always.
what might be about to go down.
No. Oh, speaking of that. Speaking of that. Just because I like to figure things out, right? I like to see what's gonna work. And Eve actually prompted my brain because I've done a little like drywall art, right? I don't know if I can scoot this back or get out of the way. But
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
this is all
Drywall
drywall
art.
mud.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, doing stuff like that, it's fun. And this stuff's a mess, but it's fun. I love it.
That is cool. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
Yeah, she got tricked, y'all.
I got
That is
man.
incredible.
This room is like a black hole that kind of just spits stuff out at me.
Is that
You
on a
know,
canvas? You painted the canvas and then you put the drywall on top of that, right? Is that what I'm
actually,
looking at?
it's a piece of patched
Oh,
sheetrock. It's like a
it's
little tiny piece.
it's drywall. It's actual drywall. Okay,
It's
All right.
actual
I
drywall.
got
Yeah.
you.
I
My
have
brain was
pieces. I have
my
pieces in
brain.
my closet that I'm going to have to do now because
Yes, do
you're
it.
getting me. You're getting me into too many different things
Oh my
now.
gosh.
Ash,
You're so damn
yeah,
inspiring.
you got to finish that guitar first,
I
man.
know, man. I know.
Finish this first before you move on to something else.
I know.
No, not really. I mean, I don't do it. I would be a hypocrite if I said that. Um,
Uncle No.
but
Hey, buddy.
like this one here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but this has got texture on it. Like these here have
Yes, you
texture.
can
Oh,
see
yeah.
that.
But
Oh,
like
that's
this,
cool.
I don't normally name my art, but this is another one. When the beautiful things take over, you know, there's so much.
Hey, Sever,
This
hold
film.
it just a little bit higher, and
Oh
then the
yeah,
chat won't be
yeah.
in
You
front
have
of
to
it.
tell
There,
me.
there you
I'll
go.
forget.
There you go. Oh
But
man.
you know, for all the stuff that goes on in this world, you know, when you see a flower growing in the concrete or plants growing out of rocks or something like that where it really shouldn't be, but it still does, you're like that right there. Like that is the meaning to life. That is the number 42. If y'all know what I mean by me saying that. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Wood burning. I'm not going to show too much because
It's awesome. It's just unbelievable. I'm blown away by how good you are at everything. It's amazing.
so this is a current piece I'm working on.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, that's the piece I just saw when I went to your profile. Everybody needs to go to her profile.
No.
Amazing. Amazing.
Right now. Yeah, leave the show, go to her profile, like the stuff,
Just
share
do
it.
it. Just do it.
Leave an ugly comment about me and Ash.
No.
just engage with her content, whatever it takes.
Oh, and then you know, and then fun stuff like this. You know,
Oh, that's awesome.
freaking,
Sever.
I love doing stuff like this too. You know, it's fun.
So
But
let me
it's
take
challenging
notes.
too. It gives me the
Drywall art,
opportunity. Huh?
drywall art, wood
Mhm.
burning.
Mhm.
I'm just getting all the kits I need to get now because you're inspiring the hell out of me to do this stuff.
Good, good. Good.
I'll finish the guitar first.
She found the shark.
Oh,
found the
this is
shark.
Amazing.
But, I have another big shark, but he's really hard. He'd be hard to kind of fish out.
Oh, okay.
I
Pun
see what you
intended.
did there. I see what you did there. I
I
see
got
what you
you.
did there, Severn. She got dad jokes too, y'all.
That's my sense of humor. Oh, I do want to show you get this one real quick, just because. Now,
We are in no hurry, Severn.
Yeah.
This whole show, this entire show is about you. So we're in
well,
no hurry at all.
okay.
Remember, this particular one's about you, so there's no rush.
There's no rush, yeah, but things get uncomfortable, and and I get it. So
I,
it's
I understand.
but I don't know if I
Remember,
can
a
do
little
this.
higher. There you go. There you go.
So I did this tattoo concept. Wait, which way did it go? Oh, hey, let's try it that way. I did this tattoo concept
Oh,
for a friend at the post office. And that is what actually got
awesome.
me.
Those trees.
I was
Wow.
always in love with crows and ravens, but this here, that sealed the deal. Sealed the deal for me right there.
It's funny you
Because
should say that. I'm sorry, Severn. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, Betty Jean, landscapes. Basic landscapes. Oh, my
That is
poetry.
beautiful.
Yeah. That was actually one of those accidents too. I just kind of started throwing paint down and I'm like, oh, hey, this looks like old paper. And oh, man, I'm like, what if I turned it into looking like stained glass? And oh, God, ravens, I'm thinking about ravens.
It's even cooler in person, y'all. I'm telling you. It's amazing. Just speaking of ravens, there's your one.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. So it's just, it's so much fun. I mean, it's just art to me is just something. I don't know. It I just barely kind of started learning watercolors, and kind of went into the. Oh, now that Gen got a landscape that I have no idea how the hell I even did. Yeah. And when he saw that, and he was just like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Okay, I know who has to have that. That is
I'm a
meant for him."
bayou boy. I'm from the bayou. This is it
Mhm.
right here. This is my house is right here, right in that stump right there. That's where I come from.
And you're fishing off the bridge, getting your
Yeah.
line stuck in those root things growing out. I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Cypress.
Yeah. Cypress, thank you. No, I'm not no. I'm lucky is what I am. Now I started a little bit of watercolor. So here's kind of one of my. Oh, let's get smart. Let's take it out of the plastic so it doesn't.
She's part wizard, y'all. She's part wizard. That's why. She's magic.
Harry, you're a wizard, Harry. Right. Yeah, my water.
The cathartic release I see in your work is just breathtaking. It's,
Isn't it?
It's fantastic.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me, actually. That my whole point, if I had a point, if I can get to the point, but it's connection with people. Having them being able to communicate through my art, and then having them being able to connect with that, because I'm a
Yeah.
very quiet person in real life. I stay away from people. I watch them all the time. They would be in so much trouble. I mean, really? Because I'm like, I see everything. But no, I'm not like that. But you know, I have, you know, I have my kids, and I have my husband, and that's about it. Because it's really hard for me to go and truly connect with people out there, because there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise for me, and like Gin said, we got trust issues, so it takes me a long time for me to decide if I even want to interact with you. You know, because I don't want to sacrifice anything that I've built for somebody's drama, or somebody's, you know, being disrespectful to somebody else, or, you know, I just can't. And I especially can't, because like that the angsty teenage girl, well, she's grown up and she's learned how to handle her stuff, but she's still got a lot of dark in her. And if I get angry, you know, it's gonna be laughing. So I don't get angry very often, but you know, I'm not gonna sit there and let somebody. Anyways,
Gotcha.
sorry.
No
On that
worries at
note,
all. Well, empowerment. Your work is about empowerment in one word, I would say.
yeah. So we got the dragon, right? We got dragons, lots of
Is that
dragons.
paint? Is that paint or wood burning and paint?
So
Or what we got going on here?
this is wood burning.
Jeez. Ash, just whenever you feel like picking up a burner, knock one of those out real quick, buddy.
Oh man, he'd be amazing at it. Absolutely phenomenal.
That's a pretty
And
high
then we
bar
just
right there. Jeez. Start with that, dude.
Absolutely high bar. Awesome stuff. Oh wow.
Oh, that's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Oh gosh. So yeah, a lot of dragons. My sign in the Chinese zodiac is the dragon. So, you know, of course, it's just always been a symbol of whatever I wanted to use it as, really willed it as, and definitely have the hoarding aspect of it. All my treasures. I have a lot of treasures, but I was homeless for a good amount of time of my life. So, you know, I tend to hold on to things a little bit longer than what I should, because I'm afraid either I'm going to lose them, or you know, they're going to be taken away from me. I've dissected myself now why I have hoarding tendencies. I mean, keep little things, you know, because I didn't have anything for a long time. But segueing into that just a little bit, I tell you one thing though, you know, when everything is like taken away from you, and then you have to learn how to survive in a world where you don't have convenience, like you don't know when you're gonna eat, you don't know if you're gonna freeze that night, you don't know Arizona, like Havasu, you don't know if you're gonna find shelter like when it's 125 degrees, you know, things like that. It teaches you gratitude really quick, and humbles, yeah, really quick too. So I don't take anything for granted, not one thing, because you never know when it's going to get taken away from you, because everything's on borrowed time. Everything is.
Whew. Yes. Well,
So
the way I've heard you refer to your boys, collectively, um, uh, you I don't know. Just I'm an observer. We've never met in person. I know you through your art and through conversations, but you certainly carry those around you. It's who you are. It's a part of how you move and how you do things. They're included in that process. They're a part of the whole thing. So, like, the idea that you're going to be collaborating with your boy and he's going to be, I'm so stoked about that. That's just going to be all. And he's a grown ass man. We're saying I'm 53 years old though, so everybody's a kid to me at this point.
Yeah.
But that's absolutely phenomenal. And let's experiment with that in our brain just a minute or two. Let's fast forward, and y'all are working on a piece. And he's done the metal portion of it, and you've done the other portion of it. I bet that's going to be an awesome feeling when y'all get to that point.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. No, I don't know. He might run me off because it's not just gonna be about what he welds. It's gonna be like, hey man, let's try this. Like, have you done electroforming yet? Like, oh man, let's like see what colors work on here. Can we like? Yeah, he's gonna kick me out. Like, he's still like, I just wanted to weld. That's all I wanted to do.
Just trying to weld a nice bead, Ma. Come on.
I might have to just like make him sign a contract to like just do it for life with me, so he can't ever get out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Nah, he's a good kid. All my kids are good kids.
So do you typically do collaborative stuff, or is it mostly? I know the answer to this, but or has it mostly been a solo journey?
It's mostly been a solo journey. I don't do collaborations with people because I haven't found. I've been asked. I got to think of how to word this. But if I'm going to do something with somebody, I'm going to put 100% into it. I'm going to put 200% into it. And it all depends on what they're doing it for. Like, if they're just doing it to sell money, I don't want any part of it. I don't. I don't. But if we sell money, hell yeah. If it's part of that, hell yeah. But if it's all about that, I'm done. I'm out. Like, I can't. Because they're not going to understand, hey, I'm going to need some time to think about this. Like, I want to put something in here that's going to connect with people. And if they're like, throw some damn panda bears. I mean, because that's what my dad told me to paint. Like, he went to my gallery section and he's just like, Brandy, he's just like, paint panda bears. He's like, why do you paint all this dark shit? Because I don't want to paint panda bears.
Panda bears.
I'm like, why panda bears? Anyways.
Goodness gracious.
So, but
Panda
I've also
bears.
had people collaborate that it was like not a team thing. Like, they're like trying to direct me on how they wanted me to do my art. I'm like, why don't you just do it then? I mean, what if you're telling me what kind of style and how you want me to put your art on there? Well, I'll understand. I don't know. That went over my head, so I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, we're good.
Dark pandas.
It's
Dark
pandas.
pandas.
Oh,
Hey,
that's Ash's realm all the way.
Victor
You
might
gotta-
be onto something. Dark pandas. That
Dark
could
pandas, we can do it.
be. That could
Absolutely.
be something there.
Yes.
A soul panda.
Yeah. Especially at a gallery show, where I'm supposed to be taken kind of seriously. I mean, I hide most of the time anyways, but, there's my dad. Don't like your art. Why do you do dark art? Do pandas. Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm 15 years old again.
I guess we'll have to do a panda guitar. Like a zombie panda guitar. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be perfect. I would
Victor.
laugh a lot.
Victor with the idea of the night. I love
Pandas
it.
with mange or molting.
Or molting. One
That would
glass
be
eyeball. I love it.
Oh my God. Oh, here goes my brain.
Goth
Yeah.
Panda, Goth Panda with a red mohawk.
Okay, okay. You gotta have
A
tentacles
punk
too.
panda.
Yeah, like, oh
Maybe
wow.
jumping out of his mouth. Just
Oh, that would be perfect. That would
20 years from now, she's world famous for her line of panda art.
dark panda art.
Dark panda art is a whole new genre now.
Beyond the
Started by
black and
Severed
white.
Art.
I can see it. I can see it. That's the way things work. Yeah.
Right? It's like that band that's been playing for 10 years, and then they come out with one song that is totally different from everything else that they do, and it's a hit. They're going to play it over and over again. And they hate
The
that
one
song.
hit wonder curse. Oh my God! Could you even imagine what life would be like? Oh,
And it's like the song you like the least off your album. Not
Oh,
your
yeah.
favorite one.
They
It's
made
like
it. They made it in 5 minutes. One recording.
it becomes
oh
a
my
hit.
God! That's seriously. That's like that would be like a loop in hell. Like that, just constant, all the time. Just,
Moving to another town to play the song that I hate again.
Again.
man. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, that would be terrible. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Mm-mm. But gosh, I do want to show you a piece that I've kind of showed it before. Sorry, I've got like a runny nose, but
This is Ash. My nose starts running when I get too close to Ash as well.
oh, does it really? Oh,
This Ash man, he does it to us.
I just some kind of scent.
Makes her nose run.
some kind of sense. Now that could be anything.
I know. That's why I left it ambiguous. Is it good? Is it bad?
Is it so bad that it's good, or is it so good that it's bad? I mean,
It's one of those things you keep smelling and going, I don't know.
Do you like this?
I don't know. I don't know. Handing it to everybody else. Can you smell this?
Can you smell?
It's kind of like an incense, you might say. It just sort of smolders.
Just...
That's all right. Smoldering things are good in my world, unless I feel them. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Bill.
Let's see. So I'm going to be doing a contest for my area. It's called Art and Soul, and it gives us artists in this area, and really any artist anywhere, anybody can participate in it. But I don't show my art a whole lot around here. I do have a gallery that lets me put like whatever I want in there.
Smart people.
Well, stick out like a sore thumb, on some of my stuff. But but this piece, I've been working on her for a really long time, and I decided, I'm like, well, last year I live in Idaho, and I don't know why. I'm not a conformist. I'm not, but I'm like, I should put a horse in. I have a horse. I should put a horse in. Why not, right? Man, do you know how many damn horses there were? There was like 50 horses. I'm just taking mine and like turning it around and like sticking it back. But this year I want to get a message across. Because I especially this area here, because people hide behind a mask. Like they hide behind that conformity. They hide behind what it's a constant keeping up with the Joneses here, right? But nobody knows half the shit that is going on inside their homes.
Some of those that run forces.
hmm And I'm gonna help if at least bring. I mean, everybody's aware of it, but nobody really puts it out there. I mean, so I'm putting it out there, and so we'll see. Now I wiped out her face because I wanted to start over on it, but
Is this the piece you were redoing the nose on?
yeah.
And
Yeah, she's getting a total like face redo. Yeah, I
that's
didn't
incredible.
feel it. Yeah, I wasn't feeling her face. Like it wasn't connecting right with me. So, let's see if I can. So her. Now, I don't know how much more I can actually describe to you what that 7 years felt like. Again, I'm not gonna try to trigger anybody, but my world was taken by a narcissist. Now, what that meant to me, what this piece represents. Here, there we go. So, she's frozen, right? She has no more feeling left in her because he took it all. He broke her down, so she's completely falling apart. Like, she's so fragile. Like she's made of ice. And this one I did name. It's called The Last Stand. And Gin and I have talked about it because there's duality to it. As she's reaching out, like this fireball, this could either save her or completely destroy her. Two things, right? Kind of like what we were talking about before. Like, you have your choices and you can choose two different ways. But if she takes that fireball, there's a good chance that it's gonna take away all the pain permanently, But if she takes that fireball, it could take all the pain away and warm her up, You can go either way. So I wanted to put her out. I wanted to put her out for people to see, and whether they don't need to tell me if they connect to it or not, but I want them to look at it. I want men and women both to look at it because that people get hurt, from all kinds of different people, and I want to showcase that to my community, and maybe try to start something. Maybe try to start a support group or enlist people to support it. I don't know if I could actually do it, just because I would try to probably help everybody. Because I learned my lesson with that, because I got into human services. And I tried to save everybody. And I got
we both got burned out, didn't we? On that deal.
like I don't have any more. Like there's nothing left anymore. Like I can't. And it was such a hard decision to make, but it was necessary. But yeah, gosh. Does anybody have any do you guys want to ask me anything, or
how did you get so badass? Oh wait, you just told us that. Ash, what you thinking, buddy?
I totally get where you're coming from, which is it gives me a lot to think about. And the overextending yourself, I've been there. I understand that, and there's only so much of you to go around, and some people take advantage of that, and they use you and throw you away. And I could see that coming across in your art. I could see that coming across in your life, and it's beautiful that you're still creating. It's beautiful that you're still using it to light the world. And I think that's what all artists should be striving for. Dig deep in your well, and put the real you out there. And my God, you've done it. That's all I can say.
There's no, I don't observably, from my perspective, there is no one doing it better. There's no one like Severed, and there's no one, everybody that knows me knows that I really love SA Artistry's art. She is my favorite artist, and Severed art is on that same echelon for me, that same tier. There's something about Severed's art that transcends the materials that it's made out of. I don't know how that happens. Just some people have it. Some people are able to do that. Some people are able to connect in that way. But Severed's art is more than the sum total of its parts, if that makes sense. And it carries meaning the way art is supposed to, in my opinion. It conveys feeling. It conveys something. And it's up to us to process it. It's up to us to make of it what we will. But she sets the table for us, and she serves one hell of a meal. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's up to us to kind of process it. But I've never met a more pure artist in its true sense than Severed Art. Ash, you're a badass. Chad's a badass. SA's badass. Severed is a different thing. Severed connects to something that we only hope to connect to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Or everybody else sucks and Severed's the best. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm teasing, Severed. I'm teasing. That was just for humor. That was just comedic.
No. No.
Severed, is there anything that we haven't gotten to that you wanted to bring up about your art journey or about your journey itself, or is there anything that we got wrong that we need to make sure we get straightened out?
No, there's not. I mean, I do want to say one thing for sure, because my son is in here tonight. Now,
that's so awesome. I'm so happy about that.
yeah. And after I left for the 7-year stretch, I fell in love with 3 children. I watched these kids. Well, I watched 2 of them because the other one was just a baby. All right. And, I cannot have children. I cannot have any biological children. And, it just came to be that universe let me be their mom. I got to be their mom. And being able to be of something so much bigger, being a part of their lives, watching them grow, like, that was something that, my heart needed so badly. The universe knew it needed it, and I'm so grateful for those kids. Like, I am so grateful for them. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
awesome.
So I want to show you guys something really quick. If I can, hopefully I didn't knock it off. This guy here, this guy,
Yes.
he went through that 7 years with me too. He's a wolf, like full wolf, and if I white fang, kind of, yeah, a little bit, you
Pretty
know.
close.
But,
Pretty close.
you know, one of these days I'll tell you guys the story on how I got him. It does involve lions, and it does involve lagers, and chicken wire and 2x4s, and this little guy. So, if it wasn't for him, I had to fight for him too. So that's what kept me going a lot, you know, because here's an innocent, right? So he kept me going through that entire time. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I just want to share that with you and my kids, you know. Yeah, wouldn't know what I'd do without them. So, but I just wanted to thank you guys. Sorry, I promised I wasn't gonna cry. But I appreciate you guys so much, and it's just the art community here is amazing. The friends here are amazing. The energies here are amazing. You know, they really are the true ones. I don't even know how to begin to describe what you all mean to me, and I mean that because I seriously outside of here, I just don't. Not because I don't want to. It's a lot of it because I can't. And
We can relate
Yeah.
on that
I
level.
know.
Absolutely.
Look at
On that
all of
level.
us are shut in. Oh my god.
I mean, I've literally been in a basement for 15 years. Like, I'm in a basement right now. That's where I'm at. Well, so Eve had a couple good questions for you before we
Yeah.
lose you here. You answered the commission one. You don't, like that's kind of a exceptional circumstance. And then, how to purchase Severed Art or contact information, to purchase Severed Art if said art was available.
Okay. So DM me on here or Instagram. I do have a website, but it is so neglected. Like that is, it is. I'm gonna start putting more stuff up there. I took it off my link tree, but keep a lookout for it. But definitely DM me on here, and we can chat away. You know. So that's two places you can at least see my things, and the website's up and coming.
What's your IG handle? How do they get in touch with you over there if they need
IG
to?
is Severed Art. I believe it's exactly like how it is on here. Severed and then underscore and then art. Now there's another one out there, severed.art, that is also me that I can't figure out how to delete. So don't go to that one. Go to the underscore.
Do you have a favorite color, a favorite-ish color?
So I do. I love purple.
Purple.
I love purple.
We're a fan of purple over here at the Gin Project.
Yes.
If
Yes,
you guys would be so kind, please, what we do towards the end of every show is whoever the guest is, we try to drop their color hearts in the chat so that we can get some screenshots of folks supporting them, so that when we post this over on YouTube, thank you, Eve. Thank you, Vicky. There we go. Please drop some purple hearts in the chat for our dear friend and compadre, Severed Art. Look at that. That's awesome. That is awesome.
The artist
Awesome.
is Severed Art.
The artists is
The
the
artists.
artists. I did say that. I did say
You did say that.
that. The artists is severed. The artists
Artists.
is. She's like the what? What'd you say, Ken?
Uh,
Look at that. That's amazing, y'all. Thank
you
y'all for
guys,
doing that.
thank you so much. Like for real. I wouldn't know what to do without you guys. Really don't. So you've given me an avenue to open up and express, and for the people that I've been able to connect with and get to know, all you guys. Like, I hope you know when I mean it that I mean it. So I appreciate it. And now I'm gonna make it awkward. So
Absolutely. And special thanks from us to your family. It's so great that they joined us. That's awesome. I'm so
Oh yeah.
glad to hear that. Amazing. I'm glad they got to see you be appreciated by your community here. So on Saturdays, oftentimes you can catch Severed and I doing a Flow State live on Saturday afternoons. This Saturday, I'm going to be in Vegas with my wifey. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen on that one. Severed, do you have any plans this weekend, or not sure yet? So turn on your notifications. Turn on your notifications for Severed Art, and she will be on when she's on. But I have seen her doing lives lately, and she is absolutely amazing. If you get to catch it while she's doing her thing, it's like, I'm lucky enough to get to see Ashman create stuff from like out of the blue, and if you can catch her on a live, it's cool. It's really cool. Other than that, she is other than that, she is usually working on something really cool, and there's no telling what medium she might be using tomorrow. Whatever it is, it'll be dope. Ash, do you have anything to add before we let Severed go here? We've taken we've taken about all of her time. I'm going to start feeling guilty here soon.
Oh, I just appreciate you, and I feel the same way about the art community here, and it's a beautiful thing we have here, and I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. I would like to say a special thank you to Ezra. Thank you for stopping in, Ezra. I see you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the feedback you gave us today. You can catch Ashman's Basic Art Show on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time and at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. You should check that out, and you won't have me there harassing you. Ashman's doing his thing on that. I might be in the chat harassing you. Who knows? We get Chad Rev Art back this coming week. I'm not sure what Ash is doing on that favorited app on Thursday. I will be wheels down about the time we're supposed to do that show, so I definitely won't be able to do it. I'm gonna leave it up to Ashman. You got any thoughts on that? Any announcements or anything? Or
I'm going to just recite poetry the whole time. I'm kidding.
That's awesome. Ashman will be
I'm
reciting
kidding.
poetry on the Low Orbit Lounge. It'll be the best one that we've
I'll have a
had yet.
beret and the sunglasses and
With
do
a
some
beret.
beat
Are
poetry.
you gonna have raspberry beret playing in the background?
Sure, why not?
yeah, that's too. Yes.
He also has a podcast that is called Genteel Poverty that he does with his amazing wife, who, much like my wife, makes him look much better. same here. And you can catch that on any streaming platform. It's a really great show. They have some heady topics. What you got coming out this time? This last one, what was it about?
Weaponized hope.
Weaponized hope.
From gambling to religion to politics. So,
From gambling to
little
religion to politics. Weaponized hope. That is not shallow waters, y'all. So bring your adult britches on for that one.
Man, I was a trip with waiters. I want to check that out for sure. Yeah.
Make sure to check out Eve's Artistry, a friend right there. She appreciate her doing her spot today, and she's going to be a recurring guest to give us some lessons on some stuff. That was wonderful. Good job, Haley Beth. Thank you, Haley Beth, for doing such a wonderful job emceeing, getting the show started for us. And big thanks to Ash, man, for always coming through, for being the guy that you are, man. I'm stoked that you're a part of this whole thing. You can catch me and Ash, man, Monday, Wednesday, Friday night over on another app. We've been doing some flow states. You're going to be able to catch us doing some flow states on this app as well, individually and probably together. And we get our guy Chad Rev Art back. So go to Chad Rev's art page, type something nice to him, something encouraging, and also something, give him a little bit of business, welcome him back. Don't be too nice to him. But turn your notifications on for Chad, because he's got some dope ideas he's been working on. So Severed, it was an absolute honor to have you on. You are, as I mentioned, one of my favorite to do it on the platform, well, on any platform. And I think your story is incredible. You're just an amazing human being, and I am so fortunate to get to make time with you, to hear your thoughts on art, and to collaborate with you on these guitars. So I'm super stoked. It's such an honor to be able to do that, and I personally thank you, Severed. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I'm excited for the past journey, and I'm excited for this new journey. So yeah, it's gonna be badass.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You can also catch Severed Art on all those other platforms. You can catch me and Chad and Ashman on. She's there, and she's a lot more fun than we are. So come over to those other platforms. Go ahead and follow Severed. If you've been inspired by any of the stuff here you've seen, reach out to Severed. Let her know. She's amazing people. You'll be glad you did. Severed, look at that. Our little happy dragon.
Love it.
That is
awesome.
For the soul.
That is so awesome.
Thank you for
Severed.
that. That's awesome.
Thank you, Severed. Ezra, thank you, man. We appreciate you, sir. If you should have a need of anything, you know the deal. Severed, hit me up, and always got your back, my friend. And I know you always got mine, so I appreciate that.
Yep, absolutely.
Everyone in the chat, thank y'all. Look at all the purple hearts still going for Severed Art, y'all. That is absolutely amazing. Thank everyone for coming in, for supporting Severed, for supporting Ash, for supporting Haley Beth, for supporting Eve, for supporting Chad Rev Art, and of course for supporting the GIN Project. Thank y'all so much. We look forward to the next show next week. I'm coming at you from Vegas, and we're gonna have Coach Abley, a good friend of Eve's Artistry, is going to be on. She calls him Coachable. Who knows what we might call him for fun, but he is going to be on. And the week after that, we're going to have drum maker Michael Outlaw is going to be on. So we got some good shows coming for you, and I hope to see you there. Thanks, Ash.
Thanks,
man. Severed.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody in the chat.
Thank you,
Y'all are
everybody.
amazing.
I love you all. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you, everyone. Amazing of y'all to show up. Thank y'all.